Namaste. Very welcome everyone to this meeting. Very nice. My brother wrote a poem, no, long time back, which says like this that हैरान हूँ मैं खुदा के कमाल से, खुलते खुलते खुलूंगा जमाल से. No? Like I am surprised, deeply surprised by the miracle of God, and slowly I am going to open up to the beauty. No? Slowly I am going to open up to this divine beauty. We are all opening up to this divine beauty slowly. We are like hesitate, like our eyes are not prepared to see that light of God. Our eyes become blind somehow. And as if in Satsang together we are learning to adjust our eyes to see, to appreciate, to kind of open our eyes in the light of God. No? Because living the beauty of the light of God is mind-blowing. Literally, it will blow our mind, or what we call ego, no? When we are in this light of God, no? Ego cannot be found here. And in the ego, this light cannot be found in the purity. Thank you. Very nice. Yeah, satsang is not a place where somebody is going to tell us one day that, okay, open up, start taking, start experiencing as much as you want. Nobody is going to tell us. We just have to, we will feel intuitively inside at one day, no? That it is all right to open up to the truth now. And also we will know that there is no method to it really. There are methods to open the doors of imprisonment, no? But there are no methods to remain in the open sky, you know. There are no methods to remain in the sunlight, you know? And there are no methods to keep the sunlight shining on us also. That is happening by itself, and we are remaining by itself under it, no? Like this. So methods and are to get out of the imprisonment of ego, and the vigilance to not go back into it. You know, wisdom, sadhana, and you know, methods to get out of ego, and then vigilance to not get in again, to remain out. And trust me, it may look like this. Our mind says that the best place to think about methods to get out of the imprisonment is the imprisonment itself. That let's go inside the ego and then think about it. No, it's not the best place. The best place is when we are out. And then when we are out, we are too lost in the beauty that we forget to be vigilant or to develop that vigilance so that we don't go in again, no, in the ego. What to do? We will become more mature, I feel, spiritually. That while enjoying fully the freedom out of the ego, the beauty, the grace and the light of God, but also developing vigilance that I will not go inside, thinking, if necessary, how I got out of it, how I got out of ego, no? Thinking that time, little bit, if not so much, no? Because ego is not a shell, physical shell. It's a state of consciousness, no? In that state of consciousness, we have very limited capacity of understanding things there. But when we are out of it, we have so much more capacity of understanding, no? Like this. Not that nothing can be done there. Everybody begins there only. No? But without clearly seeing everything, let us not start digging a tunnel out of the imprisonment. You know what I mean? Because that tunnel most probably is going to end to a much deeper tunnel, deeper imprisonment. No? And then we will have option to kind of, I have done a lot of work, so I have to get out of this tunnel now into a bigger imprisonment, or go back unhappy and tired to the same thing. That's why very important to be stable and seeing what is going on really. I'm just feeling inspired to speak like this. In between, please, anyone, if you want to talk to me, you are welcome. Because the topic in Satsang always is same. It's just that different way we talk about the same thing. Uma?
Pranam ji. Ji, when you were talking that from the place of ego we cannot taste the truth. I was sensing something inside about ego. What is ego? Actually, not understanding through mind, just kind of sense what is this. And you said that uh, if needed, try to contemplate, think how I come out from ego, how I came out. So that's why I just try to sense, and it was feeling like it is a kind of stiffness when I become like some stiffness inside. When I myself become little stiff, and I maintain this stiffness to become personal, to remain as person, as and when I relax, I don't do anything. This stiffness goes away. This is not there.
Meaning when you don't do anything about it, then it
Yes,
goes away.
about it, and also in meditation, when I don't do anything, I just remain at ease, not non-doing mode, like not doing anything. This stiffness is not there, and otherwise this uh, um, when I do something personally and I became personal, this stiffness, this very deeper kind of, I am not able to put very clearly, but it feels like uh, it is a stiff position of myself, stiff state of myself, and I maintain to remain. Uh,
Stiff, like like less flexible, like less flowing,
le-
more
yes,
frozen.
yes, more frozen, and like a in a particular shape, in a particular form. This kind of maintaining happens.
Yes, yes, yes. What I feel happens actually deeply inside, the shapes are taking place all the time inside the consciousness, inside the energy, no, inside ourselves. Shapes are taking place continuously. It is part of the flow and part of how we are, no? Including the shape that, let's say, when you say something about anything in this life, a shape is created of the speaker also, no, inside. When we think about something, regardless of what, anything in this world, a shape of a thinker is created inside us also, no? But generally, what happens is that because we have not recognized ourselves beyond the shape or any shape, no, we have not recognized or tasted our truth beyond any form, any shape, no, that we don't have that comparison. That's why it is not a big problem for us. For us, what is the problem? That time is the favorite shape, that I want to remain identified with my favorite shape, and I do not want to be identified with any other shape. No? Like, let's say some people's favorite shape could be I'm a thinker. Some people's favorite shape could be I'm a doer. No? So we just have a struggle of trying to remain identified with our favorite shape and not be identified with our not favorite shape. But as you have tasted that freedom from all the shapes about you, now what is happening is that the shape is being created, but identification is happening now inside you, sometime, only sometime, not always. And that is what you are calling that I have become frozen. It is the old mm, old habit. It has come in a unnoticed way now. No, the old habit has surfaced in a unnoticed way, like the identification happened and not noticed by you. You know, then it feels like too late now. Like now I'm limited now, and you are carrying this beautiful golden key with you also now. That here I should remain in the non-doing, because if I do anything from here, from this state becomes more manifested, more expanded, more real also in my experience of in my being. No? So the best is to just not do anything about it until I come back to my natural state. No? And then from there I will function again in the body, mind, and life. No? So your understanding is very correct. Here I would like to highlight that a kind of important, potent time discussion right now, that when we are coming home to our shapeless reality, shapeless self that we are, many subtle shapes will come on our way. And we will again and again get identified with them because they don't have a opposite like other. They don't have so much of a other, and we will mistake it with the self that okay, this is the self now. We are like a child, like a child soul who is just learning what is my truth back home. No? And as long as there is the opposite, it will know okay, I'm none of them. But as soon as there is no opposite, because there are levels inside us where there is a shape, we are in a shape, but it has no opposite. No? Like after the four kosh, the fifth kosh does not have a opposite. It's just one, but it is a shape. No? And somehow we will not notice for quite some time. But as we are tasting, like it's a very beautiful thing. What we call satsang, togetherness, is a very beautiful thing where that supreme being somehow helping us to taste the purity, our own purity. No, together, no, we come here like this, and that taste somehow works like a sensitivity, a ability to notice that oh, even this is a shape. No, so that's why it is very important to remain vigilant for the unknown uh, traps, unknown traps. A strange thing to say, but we have to remain alert, and we will be alert also. If we are really alert, we can notice that no, it's also a trap. So I think it's very good. No, thank you.
Yes, Ji, very helpful sharing. You explained very well. So much clear. Thank you, Ji.
Thank you. So through the non-doing, through the satsang, through the dhyan, you should come to that purity of your being. But not only that, try to register it in your consciousness as clearly as possible also. But what I do at the end of all the guidings, no? Try to register it as clearly as you can so that there is a comparison. Like immediately your being will say, no, I'm not in my true state right now because I'm not tasting the same thing. It's a different thing, no? Very quickly that vigilance will work in you now. So this is why very important to be not lost in our true state. Because the taste is so beautiful here. We taste freedom, but we need to remain vigilant also here, alert also, so that we don't lose it. Because that freedom which is given can be taken. The freedom which is discovered cannot be taken. No. Meaning all this is applicable until the drop is separate in the experience from the ocean. No? All of this is applicable until that point. When the drop is not separate from the ocean anymore, this also does not apply. When there is only ocean, then it also does not apply. But until then, drop must remain vigilant. No? Thank you. Very nice. Deepa, you want to talk?
Namaste, Rajee.
Namaste.
Hope you are doing well.
Very, very well. Thank you. You are doing
So,
fine?
yeah, thank you for asking. Yes, I'm doing good. Much better now after being in your presence. So, during this last 1 week, especially, I was unable to see that, I could feel your presence knowingly, unknowingly there with me, guiding me through. And I was able to discover a few things. Like, contemplating and thinking about it, the first thing which I discovered is the definition of duality. So, going back to where it all started in Satyug and then, heading towards Kali Yuga. So, it has all been dual, but in the current world, given an opportunity to human beings to discover themselves, because earlier there were just maharishis, munis, or devtas, and danavs who were taking over and who were doing things, right? So an opportunity given to human beings to discover themselves and to know the path. And yes, this particular yuga is defined by all the bad deeds, but still these are part of you know our stepping stone to guide ourselves towards the light, towards our being. And what I understood is that just because the power is taken over by this world, we are not able to see the parallel world that exists, which is right here. And it's just that you need to just calm yourself to just see that world rather than focusing on this world. It is so surreal, but yet speechless at the same time. I'm not able to put it in words as to how to explain it. But what I feel is that, like you mentioned earlier to Uma, that you have to remain still. So you don't have to give in to either of the worlds, but just be watchful of everything. Is this it, or
Yeah. I will just respond like this. That our, human life is very special in many, many ways. Human incarnation is very special in many ways. One of the ways that everything that happens at a larger scale in the existence is happening in the miniature scale in a human being, no? And waiting to be discovered. No? Like for an example, we think, no? When we think as a human, we think locally. Like our thinking is local thinking, contained within the human brain or and consciousness. And the the nature of thoughts, the subject of thoughts, the abilities of thoughts accordingly are limited also. But the very act of thinking, the very construct of thought is actually universal in nature. So why we are suggested, and every great being has pointed out that get out of your mind. Why it is said like this? Get out of your mind into your being, so that we can get out of the limited uses of the mind, you can say, or the capacity of thought or thinking, to a higher possibility. In that higher possibility, we will find that I as such, what I call myself, the I as such is a thought actually, of that being which I am beyond it. And all the thoughts inside me are thoughts of this I only, meaning they have come out of it like a family, like a tree. They all refer to, connect to, and rooted in the I thought only. Once that we start seeing, then somehow we have started opening up to a higher possibility of a human in a way, no? Then we will look deeply into the being that we are beyond I, who, what I am. we will taste and feel. And there also we will discover a higher possibility of the being also. First of all, discovering that we are a being, that I am. I am means I am constant. I am not changing. No, it's a big discovery in comparison to how we have been living as a person. Not that we were not there as a constant being, but we were not living that constantness of the being in the body, in the personhood. No? So that's why it is very important to get out of mind. Get out of mind not as such that let's not think now anymore. It's not about that. It's about let us stop thinking in the limited way as we have been thinking. Like our thinking of everything in the limited way or personal way is not only giving us the personal experience of the whole existence, but it is also keeping us the personal experiencer, like a limited experiencer also. You know? So the limited experiencer, even if given the unlimited experience, will not be able to contain it, will not be able to really digest it. No? So both the experience has to be more, and the experiencer has to be bigger also now. No? And both are possible through getting out of mind into our true state of what I call I am. Here also we don't stop thinking really. We just think differently now. We don't stop using thoughts. We use thoughts differently now. We call them maybe intuition, we call them something else, feeling. But they are essentially the same power, which manifest as thinking in the limited way in the mind, in personal mind, is the same higher power, no? That's why I used to wonder many times that what we call vichar means as a activity, a possibility, a power inside us. Vichar ki kshamata, no? Like the potential of the thought is much bigger than we think, than we know in the mind, as a personal mind. No? It's not about strength of the or power of thought. It's about for what purpose we are using it. For example, we are using like which shoe is better than for me, you know. Then obviously which mobile phone is better, you know. Then obviously we are limiting that capacity which has so much more potential possible, you know. The same capacity of thinking which can tell us that which mobile phone to buy or not to buy can also tell us that can help us in discovering that why I'm living, what I'm living, what is the core desire I have for to achieve in this life, for example. So that refined thinking is possible, you know, but it doesn't feel like refined like thinking in comparison. It looks like I'm just looking. Yeah. You know, I shared before also that every morning we should sit quietly after coffee chai, let's say, for 5-10 minutes. That just inside that what is going on inside me, like neutrally looking, one seer, one light of seeing, and one seer of it, all the content, like letting the life flow, thoughts flow, and that's going to somehow detach us from it into a higher state of being, and from there we can see that how little thinking is required at this level. As such, thinking is not a good or bad thing, but thinking repeatedly about those same things which can be concluded so quickly by just thinking one time is waste of time, no? Waste of life, opportunity also.
Yeah, so true that, just giving, what do you say, tawajjo to one doubt or one thought, and then, the cycle starts. The
Yes.
karma starts from there itself. Either
So
it's an intuition, yeah.
yes, yes. No, no, you are right. Go ahead.
Either it's an intuition, like the first thing, but then the chain, it's all our making. We get caught up in the jail which we create. It's nobody is doing anything to us, but we do everything to ourselves. It's like if somebody says that, there's an experience, a trauma is created, that trauma was induced by us, because things will keep happening. It's like, a play going on in front of your eyes. But when you just give into it, an emotion as well, good, bad, any emotion, and then you just get caught.
Yes, yes.
But yeah, at times it's hard to, detach.
That's why a distance is needed from our uh, from our mind. Mind being the activity, let's say, or involvement with thinking, continuous thinking. We need this, like we need a break from it, and that break is what I call meditation, core meditation. Let's take a break from it. Let's let's have some distance from it for some time every day. Let's not do anything. Basically means let's not think about anything initially. And if we we develop taste for this core activity of the being, inactivity is also activity of the being in the form of a decision. The being decides to not do anything. No, it's a activity, but more of a decision than actually doing something. No. So if we develop taste for this inactivity or this decision of the being to stay in its inactive and natural state, then we will see the benefit of it, even at a much subtler level, where we think very basic, fundamental thinking. Even from there, we can unhook ourselves, and we can choose to discover our purer and deeper state of being, while very much enjoying the relative life, but more like a hooking and unhooking, not like a compulsively all the time there, no? Which is possible to everyone at every level. Meditation is a very neutral activity. It's just that we have to understand correctly. This is crucial. It is not necessary. It's crucial to understand correctly what is core meditation. Like, first of all, why we do it. It should be clear to us. Because the region of doing something, if different than what it can give us, it will never give us that. No? So it has to match what it gives us and what we want out of it has to match. If it doesn't match, then we will not be benefited by it. No? So many things are there in this life. We are just not aware of them, and like this, we are not aware that they exist. And that's why we are not living them at all. We are living a very limited life. No? What is suffocation or sense of suffering? When a being starts waking up more, like becoming more conscious, it feels that more life is present and possible to be lived. It's just that I don't know how to. Where is that? Like how to go there? That the being start feeling like this, no? Like you are feeling, for example. Yeah. But howsoever hard we try through the limited personal thinking about these aspects of life or subtleties or expansions of life is not going to be useful really. We will just feel more stressed, more tired, and more uh, defeated in a way or something. Not defeated, but tired basically. Just what is the stress? Because we are using that level of thinking too much. No?
It's like draining your energy, because
Yeah,
energy is the only source for this body.
it is.
So,
It
yeah,
is.
like basically, energy is like a mitochondria of our human body, powerhouse of the cell, right? So,
In
you
the
don't need even food. Yeah.
in this we have a lot of possibilities. Like we are given a certain energy, or maybe we feel that I have certain energy. We have not discovered, let's say, more energy than we have right now. Because this more applies to energy also. Not only we have higher or deeper possibility of thinking, we also have more possibility of energy or more energy possible also. But right now, when we have not discovered that we have more energy to our to be used, then the energy that we have to use it well to discover that we have more energy, isn't it? That's why wastage is very important to be noticed in our life. That we should not have wastage of energy. Meaning we should be either in the thinking mode that I am thinking, clearly we know I am thinking, or I am not thinking now. Doing something else, physical, not doing anything, just sitting. No. So that kind of freedom is very, very important. And all that freedom I feel comes from the first step towards freedom. Freedom that is discovering, even if little bit, that I am. Because before that we are in that same mind, personal thinking. We are in that same personal thinking. Everything is being created there only or thought of there only, including that I am. In this framework of 2110, we are in the two position oftentimes. Slowly, only seldom we come to the 2-1 position. Like, let's say, somebody says, is this fine? Oh, fine. How are you? I'm fine. All these talk and everything happens from this two position only. And then comes time to pay the bill or something. Like salesman was saying, it is this product, that product. And you're like, okay. Then it time, oh, this doesn't have this feature, which was crucial for you. Then we come to 2-1 position that time. Oh, like we are more present, more conscious, more focused. And then when time comes to check out, pay the bill, suddenly we become like, we try our best to go to 2-1-1 actually. Or maybe we have gone just not self-conscious that time, but definitely we are in this 2-1 position, very clear, stable thinker. We may take a deep breath even sometime. Like, shall I buy or not? Like now all our thinking becomes so resolved thinking, like in an instant everything is clear to us that okay, this much money I have, this much I'm going to get in the next month, and this is the bill, and should I pay? I have to buy other things. All these things in just one instant. So this is that higher possibility of thinking, which is always there inside us. We are just lost or not using it. So all these things are present all the time, as you said very correctly. It's just that we are not noticing them or approaching them correctly. This is the thing. That's why being more conscious thinker or stable thinker is the key. Like this. Thank you. It's very nice.
Thank you. One more thing. It's like, you are tapping into something which is unknown, but still you can put in the puzzle and see how it is connected. It's like either you start living in your, self created thoughts, or you just be watchful about what is happening around you. And what I observe is, yes, we say that, we are living our past, incarnations. However, if you look at it subtly, you are living in the same reality, but it's just that, in one situation, in one time span, you were living, let's say, five different, key factors of your life. And then if you are able to resolve one, you will see other four, and then one is more added, but it's the same process, same cycle, different versions of it. And then you just, pick up one thing, where it all started, how it all happened, how this thing created, and then you just, try to either solve it or try to be more vigilant whenever it comes next, that I will not do the same thing, I'll not repeat the same cycle, I will get out of it. So, is this the right approach, or there's something else that can be done?
See, what you are saying is just your way of looking at something, no? But fundamentally, the approach is always stability. The more stable you are, the more you can get out of your life. Because it's about juggling, no? Juggling the balls. How many balls you can juggle at one point, at one time, or what else you can do while juggling the ball. Juggling the ball, let's say, practical life. Can we do anything else than practical life only? For many people, just practical life is more than enough to handle. Like more than enough. They cannot handle even practical life, let's say. No. But can I do more than that? Yeah, I can actually, if I'm more stable, then I will do all the necessary things, and I will decrease the wastage of energy and time. It may not maybe fit perfect completely, but have you not seen that all the people who are doing much work at a much bigger scale or like this, they, for example, wear same shirt, same shoes, you know, because they want to save energy and time that they are going to spend in selecting. For them, it's not about time, but it's about change of the consciousness level, change of the level of thinking, like the level of thinking where they are having an overview of something much bigger continuously, where they see that everything is in harmony and nothing is going out of balance. And now they have to come to a personal level. Oh, which socks, which shoes, which shirt, they will know. That should be set like the minimum possible energy given to it so that most of it can remain absorbed. Most of myself remain absorbed at a higher level where I want to work. So that efficient way of doing things is what I call balanced or stable way of, or clarity. Also, stability and clarity basically is this model where we get maximum from life. Life is not necessarily to be a struggle with ourselves. No? It can be a love affair. It's just that we have to rightly balance, align ourselves. Like, let's say we are in the thinking mode and we may think that I'm just not going to think at all now. This simply means that we are going to be in trouble now continuously. In a fight with ourselves now continuously. Because we will not be able to not think and we will continue thinking that I don't want to think. Generally speaking, this is not going to work so easily. We must understand first what is thinking, how I do it, and then how can I stop it. And this is where the great beings have discovered in their own time, and all of us are great beings also, and in our future, no? We are going to discover soon that like the biggest shock for us to discover is that I am not free thinker. I am into a loop of thinking. No? And then we get out of what we call mind. Getting out of mind basically means getting out of that loop of compulsive thinking. No? That, hey, I'm not a free thinker. I cannot decide to think or not think. Then I don't think I'm free to decide on what subject. No, then even this loop is deciding the subject also. No? And actually, yes. It's a big discovery, shock. It's a shock for a seeker of truth. What the hell? I'm asking questions, I'm doing this, and I'm believing that I'm doing those things. I don't think I'm doing anything actually. Meaning not yet, I have started doing anything. My thinking is doing, no? Deciding and taking me places and... Yes, you're very right, thank you.
Thank you so much, Rajee, for patiently listening to me and being there throughout. It's a blessing.
It's joyful to meet you and talk to you because it's a very simple language you are using and to the point. I like it. It's very nice.
Thank you.
Because anybody who is ready to see something, to discover something, to to change something in them, it's a very beautiful place to be together and explore something.
Thank you, Ji.
Zoe, you want to talk?
Namaste, beloved Ji.
Namaste.
I feel just only listening to you, embraced by love and joy. And it feels like cleansing the past and ice melting like. So just only want to listen to you more, Ji.
You used the word cleansing the past. No? Cleansing the past means cleansing that past which you don't want to keep or which you don't remember when and where you collected that. Yeah, right?
Yes. I don't know where is it, just like cleansing.
Yeah. You are not talking about cleansing that past which is connected to your present and future. Because why we would do that, no?
No.
Yeah. Because let's be free from past looks like, oh my God, what about my present and future? That which is connected to the present is not past. Even if it is coming from the past, past learnings, past livings of life, no? Even if, because it is going through a rejuvenation process continuously, and it is being given new life again and again, no? Because we are living it in the present and again, no? Like we learned how to ride a bicycle, no? In a way, when we ride the bicycle now, it is the same learning, but in a way, actually, it is not. No, it's 100% new, isn't it? Like that. So even if it is past, it is actually not past. Then there is something called old magazines in the basement. No, old magazines in the basement. They are past, and even sometimes we don't remember. Like, how did I get this magazine in my basement? You know, many things are there inside us which are just not making any sense. Like why they are there inside me, those voices, those thoughts, those feelings, why they are there, and they are not letting life make sense to us also. When they are not there, then life makes so simply it makes sense as a whole, you know, and we are able to connect so well with it. So in that way, yes, it's a very beautiful thing. The very simple model that can help us in this is what I call, first of all, meditation, core meditation, just sitting in our being and not doing anything, and spending time, like regularly every day, few minutes, sitting and not doing anything. We are living the purity of our own being beyond the past, whether it is the useful past which is alive in us, or the past which is not useful anymore. No, both. And then from there, living a life, from there living life now more, that okay, let's see, today is today, what all I have to do, and somehow all the non-essential we will be able to notice that it is not really useful, you know like the more we live from the purity of our own being, the more we are able to see that what is essential and what is not, what is coming from the past which looks like it should be part of, like hmm, like piggybacking or something like this, you can say, like in the cow industry, cow, farming, there is a word called cow train. Like when cow enters into a gate, automated milking system, a gate, then another cow also passes through it, just because by remaining close to it, that okay, I can also go. And that's why that other cow's transponder is not read by the system. So it's like only one cow as per the system inside. However, there are actually two cows inside, no? And the system fails because of this. You see what I'm saying? So this kind of cow train, we need to be very alert. Many things inside us, they will just try to enter in the present activity of thinking, or analyzing or life, or living life. That okay, I'm also part of it. I'm also invited in this party. No, you are not. Be alert on the gate. Very alert on the gate. No. And like this, what will happen is that all the past which is not at all useful will be cleansed. No? Because we think that what is not useful is just like there. No, there is nothing just like there. You know, either something is useful or something is harmful. One of the two only. There is no third option in existence inside us. No? If we don't know clearly that it is not helping us or useful for us, we can be sure that it is harming us in some way. We just don't know yet how. No? Like a fruit. like a fruit in our kitchen. Either it is fresh or it is rotting. No? It's like this. Either it is alive or it is dying, no? Dead. No? Like this. Thank you. I think it's very good what you're saying. So living a very simple life, that meditating every day, sitting in the purity of our being. So much so that there is no word, no past, no activity, no sense of shape or form for myself. Just the sense of being, without being anyone, without being anything. No? And as you will develop the taste for it, it will happen like you can have like one full cup of taste of your being, but in between the day you can have one sip also. No? Sometimes just one sip, like quickly tasting. Nice, and then coming back to the activity that is being done by you. No? Slowly, like this, it's a beautiful circle. It's a beautiful circle. No?
Yeah, I can taste it now. It's very much freshness.
Oh yeah, it is. It is. So as long as we are living in the body, we don't, generally speaking, have a option to not be in the body, not be involved in the thinking or activity. No, in one way or the other, we will be. It's just about being wise, maybe, or being systematic, or random. Like, okay, let it happen, whatever way happen. No? So we can sit in our being beyond the body, mind, energies. But then we will have to come back. No? You see what I'm saying? We will have to come back. So let's be prepared that yes, we will have to come back. That's why in the end of all the guidings, I try that let us consciously come back in the body, so that we at every level register what path I have traveled, how I came out of myself, and how I went into myself. Like this. And then it becomes easier and easier every day to go back in a way into the true state of being and come out of it into the active mode of doing things. So Zoe, it feels like a beautiful time that we sit in the purity of being right now, no? Together. It is more of a decision to just sit quietly inside ourselves, which does not require a certain position of the body, or whether our eyes are open or closed. It requires more of a decision at the level of who we are, the being, that I'm not going to be involved in anything now, as much as possible. Not forcing the inactivity, but embracing the inactivity from inside. No? Embracing the inactivity from inside by seeing the importance of it. That hey, it's so beautiful. Even if we want just the taste of truth, taste of being, taste of purity, it is so useful for that. Not trying to go deep in ourselves, not forcing ourselves to kind of put ourselves into ourselves. Nobody can do that. It's a very subtle understanding that we live or we are living right now. No? It's an understanding being lived by the being that we are. No? It is all right to feel struggle sometime in a guiding like this, that I'm not able to relax in myself. Maybe you are trying too hard. That's why you are not able to relax in yourself. If you try too hard, you will never succeed like this. You need to understand. Once we develop taste for it, then our whole consciousness goes quickly into it, like many of you I can sense right now. Because you have developed taste for it, like you know the importance and the value of the reward of it. That whole of your being feels like, I just don't want to do anything right now. Like whole of the being is cooperating, supporting in a way, or has come into that mode already. So this mode is what is the being mode. You the being is in your original true mode or true state, or you are coming slowly, followed by a decision. You have taken a decision to not be involved. Being involved gives the taste of things and gives the taste of being someone also at the same time. The more solid the experiencer, the more solid the experience. No? Like this. Not profound experience, just solid. Profound experiencing is possible beyond the solid experiencer from the being that we are, where we are right now. Profound experiencing is also true experiencing. True or pure experiencing or pure perception or pure perceiving. No? This is same as pure experiencing. No? Deep, profound experiencing. What is pure experiencing basically is that we are not trying to convince ourselves that this is a beautiful tree, or we are not trying to convince ourselves that I am a beautiful experiencer of it. We are just letting the tree be the way it is. We are letting ourselves be the way we are. And we are letting the experiencing happen the way it happens. And this is what results in the deepest possible experiencing. And truest also. And all of this is possible from where we are right now. If you feel that it is not working for you, but with open eyes, then you can close your eyes also right now. Just to check that maybe that will help. No? Because our attention when going out through our eyes continuously is also a lot of wastage of energy. And that will not let us feel anything inside. And if closing eyes creates sense of sleep, then maybe half we can open our eyes half closed and half open. Not too much open, not looking around, but also not fully closed. Yeah, many subtle thoughts and feelings will arise inside us where unconscious involvement with them is likely to happen. Let us remain alert. Because if we don't remain alert, we will get involved. It's not about what is happening inside us. It is about how much we are attending it, how deeply we are living it, or not living it. This is the time to not live it, but it is the time to live ourselves. By not living it, the content, we can live the being that we are. So there is no direct way of living who we are by effort. The effort can be or is being made right now to just not be involved with anything that is happening inside us, while feeling the sense of our own existence, like a acknowledgement that I am, and trying to turn our focus towards our own existence more. One simple thing can also help in case there is a struggle in trying to be detached from the thinking. That try to focus on your breathing. not to achieve anything, but just to not go with the flow of thoughts, while keeping the focus on the breathing, continue sensing your own existence. So this is what I call body, breath, and myself. Body, breath, and self. I am. Let us live in this model also, in case this simple, detachment from the engagement is not happening. It's not about what we are doing with the thoughts and feelings. It's about actually leaving this level of consciousness to a deeper level, deeper vibration of being. It's about that. So as a whole, not doing with anything, not doing anything with anything, as a whole. Not that this is okay to do and this is not okay to do. Not like this. That may be a different practice. But right now we are in a guided meditation. We are in a guiding right now, no? So right now try to follow what is being shared, try to listen what is being shared, try to connect to it as much as you can. And it will be possible to fall back into our being right now upon listening and following that guiding. Be where we are right now is being, no? Being. And this being without doing anything is actually same as being without being anyone also. Are you anyone when you are not doing anything? Check right now. This you who is not doing anything and who is not being anyone, this is what is being. This is what is our true state of being. Doing something and being someone is not a bad thing or a good thing. It is just not our true state, not our effortless state also. There we are in a circle of effort, in which we have entered through our desire or through inner inspiration to do something. And then mostly we don't get out of it into our inactivity. After that we get into another activity, to another, to another, to another. That is what is mind, being in the mind, from one activity to another. No? That is what is being in the ego mind. No? Please notice that here we are present and free in a way to choose whether to be involved with anything or not. It's not compulsive involvement here. So this inactivity of our being is bringing us to our true state and freedom from involvement, freedom from compulsive involvement. We can involve when we want to, but there is no restlessness to be involved. So this is our true state of being. True state of being is free state of being also. Free to not choose anything or to not be involved with anything. Here we are not losing the ability to not be to be involved with anything. We are not losing the ability to be involved with anything. We are just discovering the freedom to not be involved when we don't want to. This core meditation is not going to disable us in any way. It is going to only enable us much more in every possible way of living life and being who we are while living life. Thank you. It's a beautiful, beautiful togetherness. No? So Komal, you want to talk?
Hi, Rajee. Yes, so I don't really know how to frame this question. Can you hear me? Yeah, but as the rest of the people have also spoken, I just feel like the more conscious that I'm becoming, there's a lot of joy in being at your true place. But I can sense a lot of uh, the kind of resistance that is there from, that the past that is still there, and it kind of comes up very loudly, and I get lost in it, like involuntarily. And at that time, even any kind of understanding or logic doesn't sometimes work. But like you said, like you dip into your being and then you come back. It's now almost like I don't want to do the dipping anymore. Like I want to be more kind of established there, because otherwise it seems too much. Maybe because there is more awareness that when you're not in that state, it just feels very, very uncomfortable and uneasy. So I don't know, just wanted some guidance from you regarding that.
This is something we should explore together. Because, for example, when I was sharing this guiding today, and in doing the guiding, it was said that it is not going to disable us in living life; it is going to enable us. At that time, I remembered that we used to go to Osho ashram in the morning, early morning meditation. Then we will go to office after that, and our day would be wonderful day. In the sense that we will have peace also, centeredness also, and ability to function in the practical life also very nicely. Meaning, the being who wanted to taste its inactivity and peace, in its joy, has tasted it. Now the energies get activated. They want to express themselves. They want to move, and that office work or going to office and the practical life and everything gives a very perfect environment to express that in a way. Then there is no restlessness, or there is no being lost or anything. No. So my experience is that what we experience, like what you're reporting, should not happen ideally. Why it is happening? We must discover that. Something is going wrong somewhere, for sure. Some misalignment is being missed in some way. While we believe that I'm doing right, no? You have to unmute your mic.
Yeah, so in a way, I have felt that too, that once I am stabilized in my true state, life flows easily as well. And I have been in that flow for some time. But then again, as you said, that sometimes the realignment goes out of balance. And then the struggle comes like, yeah, I know the natural flow of things and I have experienced it. Then what is it that is creating this imbalance? That is something sometimes that I struggle with, because I'm not able to see that what has happened.
So then I think you should try to see it. Then you will understand what is happening. No? Because I can share some things, and I will, as I feel inspired right now. But it is you who has to see it. No? Only then it will help you. No? Because you are not feeling happy. It's not that I am not feeling happy. No, it's you who is going through this discomfort right now. So you must see this. Then only. Let us try to discuss again what is the true state, or what is the importance of coming to true state, and also what is the importance of stability during this time. Stability in this case is being more clear and stable and committed seeker of truth for so that we keep focusing on our true state and trying to come to that, regardless of whatever we are feeling during this time. So generally what happens is that we have tasted some freedom because of some stability inside our being. Life is perfect, and then life is not perfect anymore because we have lost that stability in our being. And we don't know how we lost it. I mean, this is what report I'm getting from you. And we don't know how we lost it. The reason is we don't know how we got it. When we know how we got it, then we know how we lost it also. So, realizing who we are is not just coming to the true state of our being, but also being clear how we came here, so that we don't lose it. In one sense, it's quite a big thing actually to not lose our truth in a way, because it requires us to evaluate all of our choices and preferences, where towards which our life energy goes, and to choose truth of our own being over everything else. This is how we evolve as a mature seeker of truth slowly. Until that time, our mind is able to bring us to a state where we are not happy, and we are also not in the mood to do anything about it. It's like it's not lot of thirst. It's like sufficient thirst to give us discomfort, but also not enough to make us run or search for water in a way. Sometimes like this also happens. All I can tell you is that our true state is not some kind of a special place. Our true state is more a free state from compulsive involvements. And we must discover what is compulsive involvement first. And all of that is possible through core meditation or through Dhyan and Satsang also. So how it was, how was my state in the past? Maybe can bring some useful learning, but I have to care about how is my state now. No? And only from here there is a way, whether out or in. No? Only from here there is a way, whether out or in. No? So tell me now, how can I help you right now?
No, I'm getting all the help that I needed. I just wanted to present it to you as well, just to get it out there, not just keep it inside of myself.
Understand? Yes. One thing that may may sound very direct, too direct sometime, but I will just say, it may help you. We are not able to see the right option, the true option, which is the option of our own being, living in our own being, many times because still our mind is able to give us the impression that there are other options possible. It's just that I have not known them yet. So the seeking continues. What is seeking? Seeking is the illusion that there is something else somewhere which can make me happy or give me that which I want right now. And nothing in this world can give us that which we want, actually, in the direction of fundamental peace, joy, freedom, contentment. Because that is inside us, not outside. So, the key is that whenever we feel that I'm not happy with something, like externally is fine, practical life, we will flow and do everything. But whenever we feel that internally I'm deeply unhappy and I don't know why, this is a perfect place and time to sit exactly where that feeling is there and not do anything about it and just be conscious, like a conscious watcher, just there, but present, not like outsider or something, just present. And you will always, I feel, because this is how I found, always you will come out of it with a smile. Always. Because the the falsity of that feeling will be exposed, and the truth of who we are, the joy of who we are is exposed, surfaces, and we feel happy. Like what the hell, you know? So what we are calling experiences, they are governed by the mind or by the beliefs of the soul, and we are not noticing that what we are experiencing is not real yet. It is being created by the beliefs inside us. The being that we are is real, the energy and the material that is being used to create that experience is also real. But what that experience is saying or giving the taste, that just the root of that is false. That's why I say that have a cup of tea, no? Sometimes. You will be tasting everything of the body, mind and all the layers, but as the being now. You're not trying to create something. You're tasting that which is being created by the existential flow. No? You are effortlessly yourself, no? During this time. So this is important to somehow notice these things. It's not that it is wrong or right in itself. We all have been the being who chose to create its own reality inside itself, like creating internal local experiences for everything and testing them over anything else real. No? And this went very well for quite some time. Then at some point, beings like what we call seekers of truth, they become more conscious and they get bored of it. Like it's stale. Like they are able to sense that it is something I'm just myself creating. It's not something real. It's not a wind which is blowing. It is wind which I am blowing myself in my room. No, like they are able to notice that, and then they what they do is what we do in the core meditation. They just sit and they do nothing. They become a more of a seer, more of a witness of everything that is going on. Life may stop for a moment, but then it will again be experienced by us. But this time the real life, the actual impersonal life as it exists. So many things like this. Thank you. Nice talking to you.
Thank you, Rajee. Thank you.
Yatri, you want to talk?
Hello, Rajee. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I just wanted to come forward, present myself.
Oh, nice to see you. Anything else you would like to say?
Yeah, actually, in guided meditation and your conversation with previous person has resolved many things, as usually happens. So sometimes I think that just raising hand is enough, or keep raising hand throughout the satsang is, yeah.
But talking is very nice. Like I always feel happy to talk, even just like this. That there is nothing left now. No, it's fine. I feel it is joy, my joy also to talk to you. But also maybe it helps in some way. It kind of brings the whole thing more alive in a way, or like this, more in sync with each other or something. So it's always nice to talk. I think it all will uh, come to a more round and harmonious wholeness, no? Or it is coming by itself, no? One thing I would like to, I'm feeling inspired to say to you, Yatri. We don't really know what is going on. No? We don't really know that from where I came, where I am going, and where I am right now. No? Like our story is like this, that this poetry I like, no? That ना मैं जमी से ना आसमां से आगे हूँ, ना मैं सारे जहां से आगे हूँ, मैं कहाँ हूँ ये तो खुदा जाने, पर जहाँ पर पर कल जहाँ था वहाँ से आगे हूँ. No? Like I'm not ahead of anyone or anything in this world. Where exactly I am, only God knows. But this much I know, that I am ahead of where I was yesterday. No? So this is what is growth in a way. Being ahead of where I was yesterday. No? We don't really know where we are. But still there is a possibility of refinement in this, even not knowing. This is what I call refinement of towards stability, towards clarity. For example, when you feel, very simple thing we are talking, Yatri, okay? So when you feel, I'm not happy right now, I'm just, confused. There is a possibility of improvement in this statement. I know it may sound like not a good time, like I'm frustrated. What are you saying? Contemplating meditation. No, actually, if possible, this is the best time for meditation, for watchful, for being conscious. We have many times, we have noticed, I think you're also aware of this fact, that when we feel, I'm not happy, I'm stuck, there is a possibility of bringing light of our seeing here, where some part of what is happening will continue, like the sense of I'm not happy will continue, and yet some part will dissolve. And it will give way for something real to come in, plug in, and that kind of is going to start bringing that change which is necessary to be out of it. No? Are you able to understand what I'm saying, Yatri?
Yeah, definitely.
So there is an improvement. Yeah, please say.
I mean, what you are saying is happening over the period of several months or weeks intermittently. So, you can say further. Yeah.
One key here is to not try to go there. Don't try to see the thoughts which are there. Don't try to see the confusions which are there. Try to see the confusion which is here. You don't go anywhere. You don't move anywhere while being the usual thinker or observer. This is what it means to be a stable observer or thinker. That don't go like we tend to go somewhere. Go means our presence or our energy gets spent into what we call there. That there is nothing but a thought process which is trying to show us, give us the impression or taste that there is something there, far away from us, close to us. All these things. So we are being in the thoughts that time. Don't go anywhere means don't be lost in the thoughts while thinking. A strange thing, but actually this is the true thinking. The more we are lost in the thought, the less we truly can think. The less we are lost in the thought, the more truly we can think about anything. You know what I mean? Which same thing applies to observation also. The less we are lost in what we are observing, the more true will be our observation towards it. So like just keeping one foot on the ground of present all the time when observing like this. And keep tapping on the ground also, not just because thought can create anything. It can create the present moment and your foot also. Remember this. So keep verifying that it is the real foot and real ground of present, not the created by the thought. That totally I'm there. Like what is the one difference I noticed is that things are much more real and rightly proportionate when we are in the present. And things go out of proportion when we are lost in the thinking. Like things become weird in a way, out of balance, not understandable, not acceptable also by us, many things like this. Stress, for example, is felt also. Many things like this are felt there, not here. You know. So let us try, if possible, if you feel this can help you, just sharing something. These are all options I'm just sharing in case any of it can appeal to you, or you would like to check that whether it works for you or not. Thank
you. Yeah, Rajee, in a way, being in the present more and more often over the period of time also has led me to certain understandings, such as like there is no need of too many experiences. So when I used to hear some other satsangs, people are having oneness experience or this experience or that experience, like their sharing somehow used to get me into a feeling that, oh, I am stuck, I am not progressing, and over the period of listening to your satsang, also sitting in myself, in whatever 5, 10, 20% I am making efforts, I came to an understanding that whatever is their experience, it is their life, it is their somehow progress, whatever is happening. I don't need to compare them, and I need to somehow not too much force myself and create unnecessary stress over others progress or unsuccesses, whatever it is, because in the end it is me. I am alone all the time. I am, and they are not there with me, and
Actually, what you are saying is very meaningful, actually, very significant. No? But some things I feel like sharing and may help you in this, make it better. No? Like give you, like make it more effective or efficient for you, like this. Like there are times when we are able to succeed in meditation, in our spiritual effort also, as such. And there are times when we are not. No? That time we should be more present and more observing clearly that why I am not succeeding. Maybe it is possible that we don't succeed right now. Like this is not the time to succeed. Maybe time of the day, right? Maybe it's not the right time of the day. I'm saying maybe, not really true. But even if it is true, still it cannot be a waste. Still you can get something out of it. Observe how exactly, why exactly you are feeling, in what exactly you are feeling, and you have started succeeding. Even if not today or this time, maybe next time. Like you are gaining some wisdom for the next time. You know. So this is one key. Another key is that how much effort I want to put right now in this particular time of the day, and am I putting that much effort? Just being in sync with this small thing, and you will be always very happy. When you want to put effort, you will put effort in the spiritual context. When you don't want to, you will be happy in not putting effort also. You know, what is killing us in a way, internally creating a lot of suffering and disturbance, is that I want to do and not able to. I should do and I'm not able to. You know, those internal fogginess or the feelings which are killing us actually in a way, like creating so much suffering inside the seeker. No, we can be clear about this is where clarity comes in. And you are already in the very right track that I'm not comparing myself. It's just me. And that's why I felt inspired to speak to you like this, that if it is you only, you can refine so much more also now. Like at some point you may discover that I can laugh at the same thing about which I'm crying right now, maybe. No? Like I'm absolutely free actually to laugh at it, laugh about it, about which I'm crying, oh my God, I'm not succeeding. Oh yeah, I'm not succeeding. Yeah, that's funny. Let me see. No. And somehow something opens up. Like that crying as if belongs to more being a egoic identity or remaining in that egoic vibration. And laughing as if like saying that doesn't matter, and coming to that true truth of our strength of our being, no? As if we will find out. Many things are like this. But by the way, one day when we wake up like this only, that doing everything, sadhana and everything, and then suddenly realizing that actually I will not be anything else than who I am already, even after doing everything, no? But why I need to wait for me to do everything to discover who I am, which I already am before doing everything, no? And this is what is waking up, that I am already that which I will ever be, no? So this is why I'm sharing these things. They are more in that alignment with awakening, to make it more real, practical, more clean, like making our sadhana more clean and conscious, no? Like this. Thank you, beloved. Very nice talking to you.
Thank you, Rajee. There is one thing which is like it is just going on into my mind. I will say it and then I will stop saying it. Just there are these two anecdotes. One is said by you, and one just I read somewhere. So one is with this Mullah Nasruddin. He just walking on the outskirts of the city, and he comes across with a passerby. So passerby asks, what is the shortest route to the palace? Mullah Nasruddin says that just being born into it. So the passerby just feels flabbergasted and appalled, and so he just leaves it. So this is one anecdote, and another is said by you that there are two friends who want to be painter.
What does it mean? I did not understand this first one. No? First explain. No.
Maybe
it is too tough English for me.
No, just simple. I also could not understand first, but then I saw and searched words like just being born into the palace, like being son of the richest person or something like that, like Anant Ambani, for example, or something like that.
What? Comfort.
Like being born into the palace.
Ah, that is the shortest.
Short. No need to do any effort, but just get.
It's beautiful. It's very beautiful.
Because then there is no need to even go to the palace. I am born into the palace or something like that.
How nice.
And
I like it. It's very, very nice. Me like it. It's very nice. Yeah, the second one?
Second one is like this. You have said it this. There are two friends who want to learn painting. And
painting.
Yeah, and then they do not have enough resources. So they say that, okay, one of us will work alternatively for a few years, say 5 years, 10 years, and then we will switch our roles, and one will learn painting and one will work and help each other, something like that. And then after some years, one of the friends, like 5 years or 10 years pass, I don't know what is the period of learning or having more absorbing power and such kind of things. So one of the friends, I'm not able to say it in a very nice way, the story, as you or Osho say.
I can correlate.
So the final is that one of the friends just cries because his hands are so hard that he thinks that it is not even possible
to hold the brush and do the painting.
And do the painting and to succeed at certain extent where they desired at the starting point. So on that note, I just again and again felt that I am stuck into one of the kosh, like Manomay kosh or Vijnanamay kosh, and not having like hardened. So many things are hardened, and this is such through this story, and I am observing this story over several years since you told it. Yeah, so I sometimes have good memory, so sometimes it is good thing, also a curse in a way that I keep on. Yeah, small, sometimes good pain, sometimes sweet pain, but it just and in those moments I feel like this joke of Mullah Nasruddin, like, oh, I should have born into the palace or something like that. I didn't mean that in the material sense, but in the sense like few people at some small age, even before the age of puberty, they were able to acknowledge certain facts or recognize the self, and like Ramana or Shankaracharya or other beings in other countries, I don't even know their names or something like that.
Oh, yes. But I think you said in the previous conversation that you are not comparing anymore.
Yes, that's why I'm just saying that.
Now focusing on
This,
yourself only. No? That first example that you gave, Mullah Nasruddin, is a very beautiful, very powerful, very significant example. We all are born in the palace, actually, internally. But we have to open our eyes. If we keep our eyes closed, and if we keep dreaming internally that we are not born in a palace, and we keep asking for every passerby that what is the way to, then obviously we will be lost forever. We are not lost by existential placement or the grace or the gift that have been given to us. We are lost just because of our eyes are closed, which is what is called sleep. No? Meditation, dhyana and satsang is that way we have taken for now to open our eyes, not to create the palace, no? Or find the place, find the road to the palace. No? So this is the catch, that you may feel that I am yatri, I am not born with that kind of feature or that kind of blessedness. I have to go through all this hardship. Even if to find the palace, not that to create it, but still I have to go through all that. But what if you are just dreaming all of it? But believing or taking it to be too true, maybe. What if? No? So this is one thing. Second thing, coming to that second example. The second example story was, we heard this from Osho. It was about France, Paris. Two people, two young men came from a nearby village of Paris, France, to Paris to learn printing. And the story goes like this at the end, that the painter friend created the painting of the hands of the other friend. Because of this love, he felt very sad and like this. And this was his best painting, they say like this. During this time you said that I'm going through this hardship and like this. Why you think that this hardship is less significant or divine than any other sadhana? Is this not your outlook towards it? So, is it possible, I'm just guessing, and I might be wrong, so is it possible that the imaginary awakening or enlightenment that you are searching for is giving you the impression that what you are right now doing is not in line or in alignment with that awakening? No? Which is true, because what you are doing right now is for real enlightenment, real awakening, not for imaginary awakening. No? So what is the significant of being in the present and doing what we are doing right now? Because it serves the real awakening or our fulfillment of life, no? This is the significance. No? But not doing it the way we are doing it as ego, but doing it better as a being. No? We think that the magic is in what is given to us. No, magic is not in what is given to us. Magic is in how we use it, for what we use it. No? You know, I feel use it well. Be just a little more present in what you are doing, and you will see that thread. You will see that guidance, inner guidance towards the real awakening. No? All of that confusion comes because we think that I am separate from the one being of life. And this who thinks that I am separate is a thought process happening in the mind only. No? Whenever checked who I am, no answer comes. But also afterward, nobody speaks as a separate self. No? Inside. Then we come in sync with the existential flow within the will of Lord, and we flourish and we fulfill our destiny. I know it's kind of a fairy tale, no? It's like a fairy tale. No, it's not actually. It's not a fairy tale. It's a reality of life. We have to get out of mind for this, to see the reality, what is going on really. Like Rumi said that whoever has brought me here will take me home. No? Do you think that whoever has put me to sleep will wake me up is not true? No, it is waking up. It's just you are not listening. Be present where you are. Focus on what you are doing right now. There the Lord is trying to show you something, trying to wake you. You know, this is how I feel. So thank you, beloved. Very nice talking to you. I hope anything of it will be, even if little bit, useful for you in some way. Thank you. Ojas, you have written, dearest Rajee, on the topic of the recent conversation. Yesterday, I was talking to a wise friend. I told him how I have been stuck in seeking from so many years. He laughed and asked, "Who is the one that is stuck?" I also burst out laughing and kept laughing for 15 minutes. It is like the cosmic joke I was revealed. Ah, how nice, no? It is so nice, no? I feel very happy for you. So my love and my best wishes to you. Very nice. Mila, you want to say something?
Yes, I would love to invite you to share a song of your heart. If you feel something, please share.
Oh, okay. Let's see. One thing that is coming right now, Mila, is that when we discover that I am nothing, then we feel peace, you know, continuous peace or unbroken peace, no? We feel unbroken peace when we discover that I am nothing. Because nothing is affecting us now anymore, no? Like that, that is end of suffering, you know, that is end of suffering. We were suffering as individual self, no? And that is end of suffering and that is end of the individual self, both at the same time. They don't happen one at a time, no? If the end of suffering has happened but end of individual self has not happened, then the suffering has not really ended yet, no? It is going to come in one way or the other again, no? So in the true discovery of our being, it is discovered that I'm nothing. That's why nothing can affect me now anymore. This is where peace is experienced, unbroken peace is experienced, end of suffering has happened. And at some point we most probably will experience that I am everything. This is where bliss is experienced, bliss. This is that dance of life. It's not peaceful, it is celebration. It's not peaceful, like, okay. No, when there is not slightest possibility of feeling the fear from life or falling back into that dream of separation and suffering, then life, being of life, opens up to the life completely because it finds I am everything. This is what is bliss actually of the being. So these are the two experiences that happen in the true state of being. First, that I am nothing. And then I am everything, no? Like this. And they can happen to us alternatively also because of the day, because of the daily life. Because there will be times when we will be relaxing into our being and experiencing that I am nothing. This core meditation actually is nothing but our true state of being where we are nothing, no? Then coming back to body-mind activity and finding that the body-mind activity is there. But I'm not there as anything other than, like, thinking is there, but thinker is not here anymore. I am here, but thinker is not here. The process of thinking has become more refined and better now. The doing is here, but the doer is not here anymore. The doing has become more refined and better now, holistic and round, balanced and, effective or passionate also. But I am here. Still I am here. You will feel that I am still here. I am not somebody or something, but I am still here. Or I am everything. I am the thinking, I am the doing, I am the body, I am everything. No? That's why this statement or the word I am is so important for us. When you, the being, says I am and does not say anything for some time, very naturally you will discover that I am, but not anything. I am, but not anyone. I just am. No. Like this is what is experienced, that I am nothing. This is what it means. I am nothing means I am, but not anything. I am, but not anything. I am, but not anyone. So that purity of being is experienced here. It's so simple actually, if it is understood well. This is so important. I am is so important, if it is understood well. No? What makes it very difficult for us to appreciate this simple fundamental truth is that we are looking out continuously. We are continuously looking out. Looking out means we are looking into the mind continuously. And we are not mostly aware even that we are looking into the mind continuously. I heard this from Osho as a seeker, like a child, in my very young age, and that you have to turn your attention inward towards yourself. And it is true actually. We have to withdraw our attention from the looking out continuously to more inwardly in a way. But how to do that is the difficult part of it. So right now, are you looking out or looking in? Or are you not looking out or looking in? Just looking. Just looking. Not looking out, not looking in. Because to look out, we need to have some purpose, some desire, some motive. Even to look in, we need to have some purpose, some desire, some motive. No? So this being that you are, being without being anything, is pure looking. It is pure awareness itself. It doesn't need to look anywhere. Why? Because it discovers at some point that I am everything. Everything is made of myself. Everything is made of what I am. No? Then does it need to know anything, really? You see what I'm saying? No individual can know everything. And the being beyond individual knows everything anyway, because everything is made of it. And in between these two is the struggle of a seeker who is waking up now, like you. That at the mind level, I know so less. What are you saying, Rajee? I don't understand this fully. And at the level of being, you are able to feel your immensity, your purity, your truth. Truth. You see the truth, like, oh, I'm truth, I'm true. So this confusion is because of this region. Mind has very limited capacity. Mind here, when you have discovered yourself as nothing, is living as a wave to describe or understand the experience that you are the ocean. This is that confusion here. That mind has such a limited capacity, plus its language is of the waves only. It has never tasted the language of the ocean. No? Like ocean means the biggest wave. Are you talking about the biggest wave? But there will be always some other waves. No. that ocean is that in which there is no other. There is no other to it. It's just one thing. No? So it will be difficult. It is all right to feel like this. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you. There are some messages also. Ojas, you wrote Namaste and heart. Thank you, beloved. Thank you. Then Samya, you wrote, I was feeling very stressful by thinking about going back to city soon and starting to work again after a long period alone in village in meditativeness. When at the peak of my stress, you gave me some release by sharing going back to office after spending time in Osho morning meditation. Ha. It works so well actually. These things work so well. It's just that we have to stick to the best practice, to the practice. No? Because this is the challenge that we are divided in the mind and we are doing some practice to be free from being divided in the mind. And that being divided in the mind will not let us focus on the practice because that goes against being divided. But what to do? When we know the importance of it, that I want to get out of being divided now, we will focus on the practice. It's like this. So it's very nice. Thank you. Thank you.
Rajee. Rajee, I just wanted to say thank you and just that.
Yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful satsang. I mean, how much powerful this satsang can be. That people are, even if not in the not happened in the satsang, this satsang, but reporting cosmic joke and things like this. No, it's a very powerful place right now. Just let us remember that what happens is not truth really. What remains is truth. No. So even if cosmic joke happened, that is not truth. Now what remains is truth. No? Because we can have a very powerful spiritual experience followed by going back to the sleep. Or we can have a very simple look at a leaf falling from the tree, followed by a awakening and never going to sleep. No, this is what happened to Lao Tzu, I think. He saw a falling leaf and woke up. No? So it's not about immensity of the experience required to wake up. It is the interest in remaining awake or not going to sleep. No? And for that it is important to clearly understand what is sleep, what it gives, what is awakening, what it gives. Because whatever is in the sleep is like this. Sleep gives, sleep takes back. Whatever is in the awakening is like this. Whatever awakening gives, it takes back. You cannot keep it. What we can keep? We can only keep our being. I am. We cannot even keep awakening actually, if you see what I mean. But that's what is awakening. That I cannot keep anything, no? Or not? I cannot keep anything, not in the sense that I have less capacity, but more in the sense that this is not the nature of life, that something can be kept. It is changing. Life is a flow, but one flow, not like divided streams. It's just one flow affecting everything as a whole flowing. And in the middle of it, you are the witness. You are the awareness of self of it. Yeah? Neither you can hold on to anything, nor anything can hold on to you. Because if you cannot hold on to anything, it can also not hold on to you. Be clear about it. Yeah? So that's why our imprisonment is imaginary, and sometimes our freedom can be also, if we are not alert. If we have become free by holding on to freedom, then I feel we have not become free yet truly. We are on the way. If we have become free by letting go of everything, then I feel we have become free. No, letting go of holding on to anything. I think it's very good. Thank you. Like speaking in the ancient language, old language maybe, will be that if you have cattle like cow and things like this, you should not let go of them, otherwise they will run away, no? So this let go is not about practical life, about physical world of the body and senses. It is about that sense of hold that being feels in the sleep. When the being is awake, it doesn't feel that trying to hold on to anything. Because it is so busy or consumed in living its own beauty and bliss, it doesn't seem to have that kind of interest in holding on to things. It like to let them continue. Yeah. Thank you. It's nice. Ah, it's fine, fine. As you know, there are two type of people in this world. One who keep 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 trying to become free, no, and running here and there to become free. And the other one who try to understand what is bondage. Which one are you? If you want to wake up, my friend, better be the second one who tries to understand what is bondage. And in this very trying to understand what is bondage, you will wake up, no? Because the trying to understand what is bondage is like trying to understand what is dream. Anyone who tries to wake up to understand what is dream, they start waking up, no, already, no? Meaning, am I dreaming right now? Are you? Am I dreaming right now? Because if I am, then my awakening is also part of the dream, no? You see what I'm saying? Would you like to get out of this dream, or would you like to hold on to the awakening in the dream? This is the thing. That's why great beings like Ramana Maharshi has said that care about what remains. Care about what remains. Care about means become like a vigilance. Like whole of the ability of thinking, feeling, seeing became like eye, like a wisdom to notice that what remains. What remains is truth. Meaning what remains unchanged inside me, what remains unchanged inside me, that is truth. Let me recognize it and stick to it. And let everything come and go. These are one of the most powerful pointings, I feel, no? And maybe we will know them, the value of them at some point. How about not maybe having enough value for it, but just giving it a little bit chance to check today? And you will be surprised, we don't even remain as that same experiencer. What to say of the experience? Even the experiencer disappears. We think that our problem is that I am not able to hold on to the experiences. No, our real problem is that we are not able to hold on to being that particular type of experiencer, which experienced life in a particular way. No. Because what is being experienced is the exact same thing by different beings from different states. That's why different experiences of the same thing. No? Yeah? So those who become wise, or I feel mature enough, they do everything in practical life, like living normal life, but whenever they sit inside their being, they try to let go as much as they can. Let go in the sense not pushing away anything out of their system, but not holding on to it for some time, what we call meditation time, no? So that they can see that is there anything inside me which cannot be lost? No? Like what is the core of myself, core of I am? What is that core of I am which cannot be lost? No? And they discover. That is what is, I feel, samadhi. The purity of our being is experienced here. And we know that this I cannot lose any further. This cannot be shredded. This cloth is not a cloth. It is my own being. It's not a cloth anymore. All the cloth have been shredded, have been dropped. No. It's a very simple thing. But once we have discovered that even for for some time, it's a very powerful thing. Somehow, when we come back now in the body-mind consciousness, no, it's not able to fool us. Not so easily. Things are there, experiences are there, but somehow a distance remains always from ourselves and what we are experiencing. Always, always. As if something has died inside us. No? As if something is never mixing completely. Like we are never mixing completely with what we are experiencing. Like as if we are real now and everything that being experienced is up to some degree unreal in a way. There is an unreality towards it in some way. Like temporary, like changing. Is it not a most powerful clue that it is changing? Like we see a balloon which is changing into a cloud. And so what are you seeing? A balloon or a cloud right now? Depends how attached you are to the balloon or the cloud. If you are too attached to the cloud, then you will wait for the balloon to become the cloud, because you are able to notice that it's becoming cloud. Or if you are too attached to the balloon, then even if it has become the cloud, you will still see a balloon in it. No, you see what I'm saying? So the seeing is very deceiving actually. The seer is real. You know? Seer is real. You are the seer, beloved. You are real. What you see is not reliable, because it is seen through the senses and the mind, through the consciousness. So much more is mixed, and it has distorted. No? Just last thing I want to share with you. Long time back, I heard also as ancient some sharing that you put a bamboo stick in water. The bamboo stick is straight, but when you put it in water, it becomes bent. It looks like it appears to be bent. When you take the bamboo stick out of water again, and you find, hey, it is still straight. One single line. What happens? The bent stick, no, is what we call the word samsara. When we take it out of the water of the mind and we look at the truth directly from the being, it is still straight, simple truth. No distortion has happened really. The reality of truth has never changed. Only our experience of it has. And there is nothing wrong in experiences. Let us acknowledge that a experience is produced from a standpoint, from a point of view. And a point of view is a temporary thing. It's not the true state of being. No? From the true state of being, what we discovered, what we were talking also, that nothing, I am nothing. This is what is discovered from the true state of being. And it is really important to ensure that I am nothing is discovered by us first before discovering any deeper truth, any other truth. Because if we feel I am everything but not nothing, this is more of a mind created experience of the oneness. Because this I am is very important part. Being is very important part in the discovery of truth. Because really everything is less real than who we are, who experiences or who notices, who witnesses, who is seeing. No? So thank you, beloveds, for joining this meeting today. It was very, very joyful, very beautiful to meet all of you beings.